Good evening, J Street. My name is Avital Brown, and I'm a co-founder of a management training company for the high-tech sector. Many of our projects involve connecting Israeli and Palestinian companies. Unlike Eti, politics never interested me. I thought I could live my life quietly, pursue my career, raise my children. But the 2014 war in Gaza woke me up, or rather, shook me up. I had 2 sons and a son-in-law on the front line in Gaza. I can't even begin to tell you what I was going through. Luckily, they all returned home safely, but I then realized that this scenario might be a ritual I'll have to go through every 2 or 3 years. I then said, enough. As an Israeli patriot, as a Zionist, I said, no more. There must be another way. This endless fighting does not make sense. It doesn't get us anywhere. As the war ended, I heard there were women who decided to get off the couch and bring an end to this cycle of madness. 1,000 women put on a white shirt, a turquoise scarf, and boarded the train to Sderot near the Gaza border. On that train, we launched a new kind of women's movement, Women Wage Peace. 3.5 years later, not only my entire wardrobe had changed to white, but my whole life has changed as well. I have become an activist and have vowed not to stop until there is an agreement with the Palestinians. Today, I serve as the co-coordinator of the movement strategy team. So I can tell you firsthand that our theory of change involves a strategy that no Israeli peace group has yet proposed. We believe that the need for peace and security does not belong and cannot be monopolized by only one sector. We understand that people from across the political spectrum must join together and together compel our decision makers to end the conflict. By mobilizing more of the political center and right, we can more successfully influence elected officials on all levels, from the Knesset to the Security Cabinet to local government. We have adopted a new language of radical inclusivity, focusing on the existential necessity of reaching a political agreement rather than advocating for any one specific plan. We work together, Jewish and Arab women, religious and secular women, women from Tel Aviv and the periphery, veterans and newcomers, and yes, even women from the West Bank settlements. As you can imagine, this diversity is challenging, but we're learning how to stash away even our most scared ideological position at times for the sake of our common goal, a political agreement to end the Israeli-Palestinian conflict with equal representation of women in every phase of the negotiations. Can women wage peace? You might be, yeah, right. You convinced me. You might be surprised to hear of the ongoing dialogue between secular left-wing women from the kibbutzim up north and women from the settlements in the West Bank. This interaction began when a right-wing settler rabbi saw women wage peace standing at every traffic intersection he passed, holding signs and pictures of Begin, Sadat, and Carter declaring, peace was achieved in the past, it can be achieved again. He stopped, asked questions, and ended up inviting women, many of whom have never crossed the Green Line before, to visit and speak with settlers' women from the heart about the meaning of home, security, and peace. And the dialogue continues. Okay, so you might be thinking, dialogue is nice, but can women wage peace? Last October, during our massive journey to peace, thousands of Israeli women gathered with 3,000 Palestinian women from the West Bank in a huge tent we constructed in the desert near Jericho. We called it the tent of Sarah and Hagar, the mothers of Isaac and Ishmael. We, their daughters, walked out of that tent vowing to change our long and painful history. We, their daughters, vow to take responsibility for the kind of world we are leaving our children. We vow to make this region safe and prosperous for all of us. The viral video you're about to watch, Pray of the Mothers, was filmed 2 years ago during our March of Hope. In it, you will also see Huda Abu Arqub, the next speaker tonight, our Palestinian partner and mentor. So can women wage peace? We are encouraged by what Nelson Mandela noticed about the nature of social change. It always seems impossible until it's done. We invite you to join us in doing the impossible. Thank you.